Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Dantana24 Future Soul YouTube channel. As you can see from the introduction right here, we have the Qanba Drone. It's a Qanba Drone fight stick that I actually got. I think I paid roughly around about 50 something on Amazon. I will leave a description below in the comment section so you can actually check it out for yourself. But the reason why I actually got this fight stick, because of my deck size, and I do have plenty other fight sticks that I have, but mainly the reason why I got this fight stick, just in case if I go out of town and I want to play with a group of guys that I have, a group of friends that I have out of town, I can do so. So I actually just recently did a modification on a hitbox that I recently had purchased not too long ago, and as you can see, this is what it looks like. I actually did the actual modification myself, and tell me what y'all guys think about it, man, in the comments below. You got the Afro Samurai theme going on, and I also changed these buttons up top with this smoke. And also I did a USB disconnect. I know it looks kind of weird, but this is my first modification. I did it from scratch, pretty much took all the compartments out, and it does have a universal Brook PCB in it as well. So tell me what you guys think about that in the comments below. I would like to hear your feedback. But we're gonna get started on this drone. We're gonna actually sit here and do some modification to this. As you can see, this is what it sounds like. I just want you to see what this sounds like recently, and tell me if you notice a difference when I put the Sanwa parts in. So I'm gonna actually sit here, I'm gonna change out the parts that I got in this. It's very easy to do. This is a moddable fight stick, so it's pretty self-explanatory. You do have to make sure that you actually get the right components. I will leave that in the comment section below. We are going with the black Sanwa, so it pretty much be black, and then it will have the same thing with the Sanwa JLF fight stick, so it'll be this as well. Let me open this up for you. And the reason why I wanted to use that, because Sanwa is a brand I prefer along with Samishu, so it's not like I have a certain brand that's more better than the next one. It's just my preference. So we're gonna actually put this in here, so it's pretty much gonna be the same thing, so same theme, so you pretty much won't notice the difference once I get through. So let me know how everything goes. Tell me if you like this type of video, man. If you want to see more videos of modification, things like that, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back with you. But furthermore, we're finna open this thing up, we're finna get started, and I will be showing you the tools on what we will be using. And we're gonna actually sit here and see what tools we need available. So first, we're gonna actually use, after looking inside with a light, I highly recommend you use a flashlight or anything like that. There's no screws inside of these compartments right here. As you can see too, there is a compartment right here where you can actually change out the ball top, which is actually pretty neat. So the thing you got to do is actually twist this, I believe, and let it drop out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see how it goes. This is my first time doing it, so can't get a good grip on it. Let me see if we can turn it around to maybe get to it that way. Okay, so it comes out. You just got to play with it a little bit. And as you can see right here, this is a Phillips screwdriver to actually take this loose. So we're going to actually sit here and first do this. Use a handy dandy flashlight too, so where we can actually see what we got. I just want to zoom this in so you can see what I'm talking about. Hopefully y'all guys can see it. But as you can see, this is a Phillip head that you would actually need. We just got to make sure we get the right size. After that. That's my screw. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And you only have one more screw that we have to use to get to, and we will be able to open up this part of the fightstick. Make sure that you don't strip it, so make sure that you use the right Phillips size. I'm actually using the parts I use to work on my computer. Okay. So, and as you can tell, it's kind of getting loose now, so we're going to ask you to be careful as we use this. So let me move this out the way so it's not in the way. Put this on the charger. Let it charge while I'm doing this. Okay, so we're gonna, well, it came off pretty easy. Okay, so just be careful when you get ready to take it off. Okay, guys, it comes right off from the top. So we are now inside the compartment. What I want to make sure that I do, so I won't yank anything off, I want to make sure that I take off these deals prior to taking the top all the way off. Okay, so what I basically did in order to take this off, because guess what, this is basically pretty much a soldered wire. This is not a disconnect wire, so make sure that you use a flathead screwdriver. Okay, you do not have to be real hard on this when you take this off. This compartment right here, all you basically have to do is just kind of snug it from the lip of this top right here just a little bit, and then you can get your hand on there and then you can kind of maneuver it to come off. We're going to actually do this with the same thing on this, so we're going to actually take our time on putting this as well, because we don't want to basically put it in a location to where we forget where we got to plug this up. So we're gonna actually take our time taking this off as well. So I might have to hold it as I'm doing this, so hopefully it does not mess up. So you see how it's easily coming off. So now I can pretty much get it with my hand now. I don't have to use that no more. Only reason why I use that just to kind of lift it up to there we go. So it's basically off now. So now what we're gonna basically do now, as you can see, this looked like a harness that you can actually purchase. We're gonna take these off, and I want to show you something just in case you kind of get the buttons mixed up or anything. It's pretty much self-explanatory, but I want to try to zoom this in so you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see it well as I zoom it in. Let me do this. I might not be able to get, okay. So if you can tell from, let me use this one as a illustration. As you can tell, each color represent each button that you're gonna actually use. So I can't do this and try to, so I'm gonna do it over here. So, and I don't want to touch this. So you see right here, each button color represents the button that you're gonna actually attach once we get ready to disconnect these buttons. Okay, so I just want to let you know that before we get started. So you got to be very careful when you're using this flathead screwdriver. There's going to be grooves at the bottom of this right here, and I will highly recommend that you take it easy and not force it to come out. Just kind of wiggle it a little bit, because they are on here pretty tight. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this one out. This is not a actual Sanwa button. This is actually from Qanba itself. Let's see. I can't even see that. I'm getting, it tells you about my age. So so yes, this is from Qanba. This is a Qanba button itself. So we're going to actually change this out with actual Sanwa buttons. So let's see how we can actually take this out. It looks like it's some grooves right here. All right, so it's pretty much pop in, and as you can see, This is the actual Qanba button right here. We're gonna actually put this over here, and we're gonna use the Sanwa buttons in conjunction of the Qanba buttons. There's some similarity. If you notice any difference, let me know. So basically what we're gonna do, as you can see from these little clamps right here, all you're gonna do is turn this around, and you're gonna actually just snap it in. Bam, and that's it. Now you have a Sanwa versus this. Okay, so now we're gonna actually go back in. We're doing the method that I said, secondary. Instead of sitting there taking them all off at once, we're gonna actually just put them in one by one, so that way we won't get confused on what buttons goes where. So that is that one. Make sure it's in there, and we're gonna put the sleeves back over. So we'll do that for the rest of the 7 buttons that we have. And after that, we will change out the JLF, and we will be complete. We'll test it out. And how about let's test it out on the new genre DNF Duel. I think that's the best thing to check it out on, man. Just see what it's a new game. I'm really trying to get into something new. I want to see what this feel like. And this is the best fight stick to check it out and see how it plays, okay? The basic button, putting all the Sanwa buttons and everything in. Now what we're going to basically do is change out the JLF, and as you can see, it's 4 screws right here. In the description, I will leave the actual Sanwa JLF that does fit in this. There was some that you could do, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of shaving to make it fit. There's many videos out there that actually shows that. So we're going to actually take these off, and then we're going to actually install it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I just wanted to show you this harness that I actually had. It does, the JLF Sanwa does come with its own harness, but you will have to do some soldering in order to put this on. As you can see, this is the actual wiring harness that you get, and as you can see, everything is not soldered, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of that, so I basically invested in a harness itself, and as you can see, it's on here right now. So basically all I have to do is apply that here, and what I'm going to do is route it to the actual PCB itself with this, okay? Hard. So what I'm gonna do in order to basically make sure that I plug this in correctly, I'm gonna actually sit this like this, and I'm gonna actually reapply what we had took apart on the PCB itself. So let's do this. So we're gonna actually plug this up right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. So that goes in like it's supposed to, and we are going to actually plug this up as well. That is going to go. You gotta make sure it's right. So I just want to show you something. There's a groove on this right here. That way you can actually see it for yourself. There is a groove. I can't really show you, but the groove is right here. Make sure that that aligns with this groove right here. me zoom it back out so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so make sure that you align it in the groove that you got it back in it, and it should fit. The harness that we got on Amazon, it should fit with this perfectly. As you can see, it's going to go in there just right. So we go in, and let me make sure I take my time on this. So we're going to have to put just a little bit tug in there just to get it to fit. Make sure we got it in there correctly. Okay, so go here. Okay, and voila, we have it in there, and it is on the PCB itself. So now what we're going to basically do, we want to put it back like we had it. Let me zoom this back all the way out so you can see it for yourself. All right, so now what we want to do is basically lay this back down like we had it originally. Make sure we align all of the hardware like we had it before, and it should just snap back in there. Well, it shouldn't be a snap, it's just, you can see that it's actually aligned like we had it originally. So now everything is back on here, and we have completed our modification with the Sanwa parts. All right, so we can put this back. It's a little compartment wire right here where you can actually put this back in here, and that is to secure it when you're not using it. I would highly recommend you use these dust covers that you have, and that's what that's for, to basically do that. And make sure, I think we can pretty much, oh yeah. That's not going to do that. So we're going to do this. So that's not going to go there. That's to the original actual. I can see if it actually has one. I don't think it has one with it, but let's find out if it does. Which is not a big deal for the most part. Me personally, I don't like that. This little black piece right here, I just don't like it. So I mean, that's something that's like really minor. That's more so of a preference. But other than that, we're gonna actually put the screws back on here, and we're gonna actually test this to see if everything is working as it should be. So at the end of the day, this is the end product of the actual Qanba drone. Leave a comment below if you got any questions. I will leave the parts and stuff that I use in the description below, and we are about to do some testing on DNF Duel. That's how it's inverted. It's in. It's difficult. That's a little bit hard, man. So you gotta be, the timing has to be just right. Got it.
Kill.